Hello, my name is Mikki. I'm 10 years old, go to Homewood House School, and I have XLRS, a kind of visual impairment that unfortunately cannot be sorted with glasses.
My name is Ismail Afaf. I'm Mikki's brother. I'm 15 years old and I went to Homewood House School between 3 and 13 years old, and I currently go to Tunbridge School.
Today I'll be showing you my devices, how I use them and how I set them up.
And why do you need all these devices, magnifiers, etc.?
Well, that's a very good question. I need all these devices because of my visual impairment, I need as equal as an opportunity as all my friends and classmates. This means my materials need to be either appropriately modified or in PDF form, and I also need to have a screen sharing software to see the board.
And what do you currently have?
Currently I see the board with my magnifier. I did have a screen sharing software before that, but it was extremely bad.
Why?
So it was very bad because it was designed for big companies. It's low resolution and you cannot zoom in or out. There's no color filters and there's always some kind of problem with it, leading me to have to go to IT in the middle of a lesson, and I miss part of the lesson.
What about materials in terms of worksheets and books? What do you currently or have received in the past?
So I either get photocopy enlarged worksheets, which are not good because they are low quality and the page themselves have to be bigger, making it more tedious. Either that or I get a blurry PDF or just the normal thing.
So that's why you need the magnifier. So when you get the normal thing, you're able to see it like everyone else can see.
Yes. If I show you here, I can't. I have to dip my nose very low down to see it, and even now I'm straining a bit.
I see. So that means that you really need these bigger. Instead of forcing you to do this, the school should really provide you with appropriately modified copies so you don't have to do this.
Yes, that is correct.
And do you receive any kind of support? Does anyone come to talk to you about you or your devices?
Well, the head of learning support, Miss Hinckley, claims she has seen me properly and talked to me properly about my devices, etc. But I've only seen her once on a passing hello. I'm supposed to talk to my form teacher, Mrs. Porritt, if I have any trouble with my devices or anything else. But the problem is that my form teacher is a PE teacher, and I don't see them for pretty much the entire day, except maybe form time and lunchtime.
And have you ever tried to raise any concerns with either before?
Yes, I have. I told my form teacher I had some troubles setting up and packing away.
And what did she do?
Well, she did not provide a solution, and she did not tell any other teacher that I know of.
What about anyone else? Has anyone from IT ever come to help you with your devices or talk to you about your devices ever?
Never.
Not once?
No. This is like my primary laptop. It's the Lenovo Yoga 730, and it's got this double hinge here so you can rotate it 360 degrees.
Do you use that often?
Yes, I do. it's really useful if I use it like a tablet and use my stylus here, and I'll get to that later. Okay, and so here, usually I might just write a Word document or write on a PDF or something, in some cases even draw. And the last two I do with this. This is the Lenovo Active Pen. So it works as like a mouse pointer and you can draw on it. That's pretty much all.
So when you fold it, do you often use the pen with it? So it's almost like writing on pen and paper.
I often do it like this, so it's more like pen and paper.
Okay. Let's just get to your next device.
Okay. So this is my other device. If I need to look at anything else or do something else, this is the laptop I'll use for that.
And these are practical devices, right? They're easy to set up, right?
Well, the reason I use the Lenovo Yoga as my primary laptop is because it's more practical and the keyboard's just easier to use. So this has a pen too. It's pretty similar to the other one. And here it erases the back. The back can erase here, which is quite useful. And also, you might have noticed.
So, give us an example of what you would do. So if you're looking at other...
I could write on a PDF, or I would just use it to look at another picture.
Okay, so you just open a picture on it and you just have a look at.
Yeah.
And you do the work on your other laptop.
Yeah, I do the most of the work on my other laptop. If I need to do just one thing, don't have to look at anything else or anything like that, I just use the Lenovo Yoga.
Okay, cool. Now on to the next device.
Okay.
Which device will you show us next?
I'll show you this one first.
Which device is that?
This is the Eschenbach Visolux XLFHD. And this is a magnifier. This is just the charger. This is the stand. I'll get to that. So this is a magnifier. It's lighter than my other one, which I'll show you soon. And you just turn this big button on. And this one, it has you can see here that it doesn't, so this one doesn't have as big of a range as my other magnifier. Well, you can't see that, I'll show you soon. So you can see, and you can zoom in.
So when you use this one, because of the fact that it's sitting so close to the base, you have issues turning pages with it, right?
Well, it's quite light, but I can't see much at a time.
Okay.
So, this is the stand here. So there's these little, so it slots in like this. And then it goes here. And there is one issue with this. So it's a lot better. It gives me more it gives me a lot more space it gives me a lot larger of a space to look at. But the problem is the lights aren't designed for the stand, which means you get this really awkward shadow at the bottom, and it's really hard.
So this probably makes it difficult to use then.
It's a very, very dark shadow.
So it helps in some ways, and it's also not very helpful in other ways, right?
Yeah.
So it ends up becoming somewhat... Is that it for this device, or is there more you would like to tell us?
It's got some color filters, and it's got an interface. And the color filters, my favorite color filter is the black on yellow one here, and it's useful because it has the most contrast. So that's all I have to say about this device. Well, that's all the important things about this device anyway.
Which device are you going to show us next then?
I will show you my other magnifier, which I talked a lot about when I was talking about this one. Okay. So this magnifier here, and I'll show you how to set it up, because most of the other devices are quite it's quite simple to set up. So there's a lot to talk about on this device.
This one looks heavier than the other one.
It is. It's about 3 times heavier than the other one.
Oh wow.
But the other one is very light. Okay. So this one, page goes here. You turn it on. So let me show you, sorry. So you use this handle to pull it up. You put your fingers here and you pull it up like that. Okay, let's just find a good page.
There you go, that's fine.
Yeah, this is a good page. So now you pull this one up. You pull this one up.
Yeah.
You pull this one up. Okay, and then it turns on. Then it turns on. The lights turn on. So here there's a lot more space. You can see here, and here it's kind of tilted. So you put it up like that, and I had a bit of a problem with that. I couldn't when I'm sitting down like this, I'm too short to see it properly. So I need some cushions.
And you told me you had this issue for a couple of weeks at school, right? And you were too scared to bring it up with the school.
Yes. I had it
which meant that
yes.
My dad didn't know about it.
So these cushions just go like that, and then it's much easier to see the text. So we can look at the diagrams and all the text.
Okay. So what do you do then? What else do you do?
I used to have screen sharing, but it was a very bad... I used to have screen sharing, which I do not have anymore. In fact, I do not have a screen sharing. I have this camera, and this screen sharing was bad because it's designed for big companies, and it's low quality. It can't be zoomed in and out, and it doesn't have color filters, and there's always a problem with the connection. So I have to go to IT, and and then I miss part of the lesson. So, but unfortunately, I have not been provided with a good screen sharing software.
So what do you do instead then? How do you see the board?
So here is this little camera. You swivel this up this way, the way away from you, and you just go like that. And then you can swivel it like this. It can twist. It can twist. So if I want to look at a painting there,
Distance view.
you click this button. It goes to distance view. And
So then you can see it.
You
But
can
what
see the
if you want to
painting.
look at both at the same time? What do you have?
Well, I have a second monitor.
Would you like to set that up for us then, so we can see what you do?
Yes. Right now I have a replacement one because my my actual one got broken. So this is This is the monitor. And here and here. So here okay, so you set it up like this. So here, so it kind of makes this, and here it goes like that.
And then so then we need to connect it now.
So it needs an HDMI, but because this is this is a replacement one, it also needs like a power supply.
It needs external power then.
Yes.
Do you need my help connecting it? Or can you do it yourself? I think you can do it yourself. You do it all the time at school.
So here. So where does it connect? Oh, thank you. So here. What?
Try turning it around. Yeah. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, and now connect on the other side. And if you want me to go and just plug it in, so.
It's still not screen connected.
So now, but this, it needs an external power supply. So you need this, and there's a little, and you need this USB-C adapter at the end. So where is this folder? Okay.
So as you can see, this is quite a hassle to have to set up all the time.
Yes, it is a hassle. I had a different second monitor, which was a lot easier to set up because we only had the HDMI to worry about, but it got broken. So I have to use this one for now. What?
Screen disconnected.
Okay, so as you can see now, we finally got it connected. Unfortunately, it's too far from a power supply to be very effective. But as you can see, Mikki will now put it on split screen, and you can see how he
So I'll
uses
put it
it.
on split screen now.
So,
Here, so I have to display the graph,
so on
like
this,
display the page, and I want to look at the painting as well.
yeah. So then he's able to look at the board, and then he's able to look at what he needs to, or what he's writing below. Is this it for this device, or is there anything else you want to show us before we move on to the last
This
device?
also has color filters, and my favorite one is black on yellow. So
should we put this one away then and get the next device ready?
yes,
So you can really see that this is a hassle for Mikki to have to set up, and
it's a very big hassle.
and as Mikki said before, I don't think he would need this if the school provided him with the appropriate materials.
I would not need this. It's a very big hassle to set it up and pack it away.
I can imagine.
Vertical split
So
screen.
we'll turn this off.
And you can see that also will take him a while to pack up as well, which means he's going to end up rushing between lessons, which isn't good.
I rush between lessons a lot more than I'd like to admit. And this is only one of my devices. So we close this. And I always put my hand here to make sure the screen doesn't smash. You have to put it back in the case. Just like that. Make sure the arms face like this way. Don't do what I'm not doing it.
So this really is a hassle
Well,
to
yes.
have to set up and put
Half
away.
of the hassle is the second monitor, which got broken. And my
Do you want to show
old
us the last
one
device
got
then?
broken, so I can't. So I have to use the other one, which needs to have an external power supply.
Okay, would you like to show us the last device then?
Yes. So this is this laptop. Well, depends if you want to call it a laptop. The screen folds like this. The screen folds like this, and it's got this keyboard here.
And what
it's
did
got a
you
Bluetooth
use
keyboard
this
here.
laptop for?
Well, it was my old so I had this for like a few weeks, but I didn't like it. It's got very good colours but it's a bit chunky and it's very slow, as you can see here with the rotation lock. So it's a hassle to use very quickly in class.
Sorry for the cut, we had an issue with the keyboard. What did you use this laptop for then?
I had the Lenovo Yoga after I decided this laptop wasn't very good for me. So this was my secondary laptop, and my Surface Pro was my primary laptop.
So you use this one to just view anything that you were given if you were given it?
Yeah. Essentially.
Okay, so would you like to show us the last device then?
Yes, I would love to show you the last couple of devices. Oh, and you put the keyboard in there and close it like this, like it's a book. So, next device, and I'll show you one that's more of a peripheral, but it's still kind of a device after this one. So, this is more of a phone. I don't always take this to school, but I use it sometimes for reading books, and so I can open up Kindle. If I open up Kindle, I can do this to make it on both sides.
Why don't you open up Harry Potter or something?
Okay.
Just search it. So, open it.
So,
Okay.
so
Don't you have a special mode you put it on?
yes, I do.
So
I do this. So layout themes. So here is low vision. Low vision doesn't affect the colors, it affects the font. So this here, it seems a bit excessive, but it stops me from straining my eyes. So
this must be quite useful then when you're trying to read a book. It's much easier for you. Yeah?
yes.
Is that it then? Is that all you wanted to show us, or do you want to show us more?
Yes.
Is this just how you use this device then?
Yes. That's all I want to show you. The next one is more of a peripheral, but I still want to show it to you. This is the Kensington stand, and I use this more in year 5 because in year 6 it's not too portable, and in year 6 we have to move around so much. So this is for the Surface Pro. So you take off its keyboard and you put it here. You do this here. There's this little thing here, and you pull it out, and then you make sure it's slotted in perfectly, and then you put this here, and it's like a stand for it, and there's even a way of charging it while it's in the stand. So all you do is put it in this or one of the back slots here, and then you connect it to an external power supply, and the Surface Pro will charge.
So it's almost like a stand, basically. It's
It's a stand, but it has lots of different like things at the back. It's got like HDMI's and stuff.
So that
like
seems quite useful, but it doesn't seem very portable though.
It's not very portable, so I don't use it much in year 6, but I used it a lot in year 5.
But it seems to me like all of these devices, well, maybe not all of them, but most of them, you have to set up every day, if not every lesson.
Yes,
is that right?
That is true.
So that must be quite a hassle and a strain on you.
It is. It is. And like I said, most of this stuff I wouldn't need if I had just gotten just enlarged stuff and PDFs.
Appropriately enlarged things, right?
Yes, appropriately enlarged worksheets and PDFs. That's all I need, but instead I need to use all of this.
Thank you very much, Mikki. So, Mikki, how do you move from classroom to classroom with all these devices?
Well, I have many lessons. So, and lots of stuff. So I carry around all my stuff in this trolley. The one I have at school is a lot bigger, which is why this stuff is on the floor, and the fact that I need a trolley to move all my stuff around made me realise I wouldn't need 90% of this stuff if the school supported me properly.
So you move all this stuff around in a trolley then?
Yes. And it's very stressful packing away and setting up. Because packing away, we have 5 minutes. So we have 5 minute breaks, but only before first break. Between lessons, we only have 5 minute breaks between lessons before first break, and then after that, there's no 5 minute break between lessons. So it's really stressful. Even if the teacher helps me pack away my stuff, like there's other children waiting for their lesson, and the 5 minute break is supposed to be for, children going to the toilet and, filling up their water bottles or whatever. But I don't get any of that. In fact, sometimes I'm late even with the 5 minute break. So this is all the stuff. This is all my devices and stuff like that. I carry it around in this trolley. The one at school is much bigger though. So this is a magnifier. This is my laptop bag. This is my other magnifier. This is just my school bag. And this has like a stand for one of my laptops, and it has like an extension cable and then a charger too. And I don't always take this because it's too heavy.
I see. How much of it do you take all the time?
Well, I always take the cushions, this magnifier, this bag here, and my laptop bag.
I see. Would you like to give us an example of you setting it up then?
Yeah. This is one of my magnifiers called the Cloverbook Pro. And here, so some teachers, sometimes the teachers didn't let me sometimes some teachers started before I finished setting up. So I told my dad, and all of them have started waiting for me to finish. So this is the code book, and I have so many devices that they're all in this table here. I can't even really see it, but essentially it just has the laptop's peripherals and where to find them. So if I turn this on,
and I can see here that even with this, your eyes are barely over the barely higher than the screen of the Cloverbook, so it must be quite difficult for you to see it.
Yes, and in fact the chairs at school are even lower, and I can tilt it, but I can't really see much if I tilt it, as
I see.
you can see here. So I have these cushions, and I was struggling with this for a couple of weeks, and so I have these cushions. I have these cushions here. And so now I can see it better. So now you can see here it says Lenovo Yoga 730 peripheral to Lenovo USB charger, Lenovo Active Pen, and it says you should find it in my laptop bag. So I'm packing away. We click the power off button. We put our hand here because it kind of snaps. So if we put our hand here, it won't smash the screen. And then here. And then here, we make sure that the arms go like this. And we zip it up.
So, and do you have anything that, as well as the table, do you have anything that helps you with knowing where things are, and anything that lets teachers know where things are in case you lose them, or?
So at the start of the year, my dad put this in here, and essentially if I take it out, essentially what it says, I can't really read this.
Do you know what it's roughly about though? You don't have to read it.
It's roughly about my devices, kind of what they look like, I think. It's about my devices.
Okay.
Where I keep them.
So here there's also a picture
of all my
of all your
devices.
devices laid out there as well, yeah?
Should it be the other way around? Yeah, should be.
Oh, don't worry about it for now, it's okay.
Okay.
So, Mikki, have you ever tried to raise concerns with anybody about you not being able to set up in time?
I have with my form teacher.
And what did she do?
She just said, okay, it's good to get it off your chest and whatever. But she didn't provide a solution, and she didn't tell any other people that I know of.
Okay, so would you like to put your stuff away, and then we can do a summary?
Yeah. I don't even really know if she takes an interest or not, because I barely even see her. I'll just put my stuff.
I look at you.
I'll just put my stuff here.
Okay, so would you like to sit down and we can have a... Okay, so just to summarize what you do in a day.
So to summarize, I have a lot of stress. I have a lot of stress packing away and setting up. Most of the time I don't have a chance to go to the. Most of the time I have to go to the toilet during lessons. I don't really have anyone to talk to at school. Is it okay if I bring up some other stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's I probably wouldn't need many of my devices, probably the majority of my devices, if the school provided me with a good screen sharing software, appropriately modified physical materials, and clear PDFs.
So you think you wouldn't have to worry about most of these things and getting to class on time if you were provided with these?
Yes.
What do you think you would need at most then if you are provided with this?
At most, I think a laptop, maybe 2.
I see. And that's probably quite quick to pack away, and I don't think it would require any extra bags, would it?
No, I wouldn't even need a trolley. I wouldn't have to take the lift.
Thank you very much, Mikki.